here is what you'll do. You'll make decisions from a place of pain and fear, and you won't make decisions from a place of purpose. The reason why you'll do that is because it is easier to be afraid of something, so you say no. It's easier for you to be so scared that you may actually get somewhere, you may actually create a change in your life, you may actually become successful, but you hide behind the fear. Everybody does it. So what they do is they start making more and more decisions based off that fear. They'll say no when they should be saying yes. They won't go somewhere even though they should. They won't start something even though they know that they've been telling themselves that they should. That's exactly how it goes. It's been happening over and over again. I did it for a very long time, and the main place that I did it is I knew I wanted to leave. I knew I wanted to leave Australia. I knew I wanted to come to America. I knew I wanted to start a new life. I knew that I had a purpose, but I held off and I held off and I held off. And that was because I was afraid. I was scared myself. For 3 years, I was telling myself not to do it. For 3 years, I was coming up with as many excuses as I could, knowing that I was meant to be here. I was meant to come to California. I was meant to make something of myself, and I was meant to sit here in front of all these people and help them. I knew I was meant for that, but I didn't actually agree with it, and I told myself all of these lies, these self-limiting beliefs, and I basically made the decision not to do it right then and there, and I held off on that decision until it just ate me alive. And once it did, I made that decision to go, you know what? I'm just going to look at fear and go, hell no, not going to do this. And I'm going to make a decision based off purpose. And no, it wasn't easy, but that's the thing. Anytime you make a decision, anytime you commit to something, it's not meant to be easy. It's meant to have obstacles. You're meant to be challenged. You're meant to be tested. That's the point. It's really part of the pathway. So that when you're going for your passion, your purpose, and you're going through the events of what it is going to be, that all of the obstacles that are in the way, that's actually what's driving you, because you're growing, you're developing, you're even more passionate about whatever it is that you wanted to do. And so now I've been here for almost 8 years, and my life is completely different. And I would hate to think, if I actually didn't follow through, what kind of life I would have had if I stayed there, if I stayed that way, if I stayed shy and sheltered, and if I stayed in a mediocre environment. I know for a fact that I wouldn't be able to be here. I wouldn't be able to probably help whoever's listening to this. I wouldn't be able to actually step up and show up and have the resilience and the mental fortitude that I have. I wouldn't be able to do that. But I made that decision, and you are probably at a crossroad right now where you're thinking to yourself, should I make this decision? Should I actually move forward? Is it expensive? Is it maybe something that I don't know if I can commit to? Will my friends agree? Will my spouse agree? Will I get the support from my family? You're probably at that point, and you're telling yourself and you're validating your choice already before you've even made it that you shouldn't do it. Because it is easier to operate from a place of fear. It is easier for society to tell themselves that that is how it should be. And that is not accurate. Because if you came at things with a place of purpose, you would make very different decisions. And you wouldn't be so scared. But you know what? Fear is just ego-based. You're scared of everything. You're scared of what could happen, what might go wrong, what might go right. Some people are actually even scared of success, of what that would even truly look like. What would that mean for them? Have you ever thought about that? What if you actually followed through with something, you got exactly what you wanted? How would you be? Would you even be able to handle it? That is a better question. So whatever it is that you're thinking about today, this moment, whatever it is that you are at a crossroad, should you make that decision? If you were to think of it, remove all fear, remove all doubt, remove all uncertainty, what would your decision be? Would you follow through? Would you commit? Would you go all in? What would your decision be if you removed fear from the picture and you operated and made a decision just based off purpose? And that passion that you're going to drive into it, I guarantee you that's going to get you through anything that comes through it. So you have to do it like that. You have to kind of operate differently. Start telling yourself a different story. Stop telling yourself the story that you've been telling yourself that's actually holding you back. It's not helping anyone. It's not helping you. So you have one decision from a completely different life. Go and make it today.